Hey girls, so we're going to do example B. So example B says a line has a gradient of -3/2 and passes through this point. So it's similar to the question that we did in the previous video. So let's look at it. So my first stop. So it says here when I have 2 points, I know that is not exactly, but you will see that the points are here. So calculate the gradient. I don't have to calculate the gradient because the gradient has been given to me. I have my gradient, so this one is done. Good. Identify the Y-intercept. We don't have the Y-intercept. The thing is that sometimes they give it here as a point. So if I give you a point where it says 0, 2, I will know that my Y-intercept was the 2. But in this case, I'm not giving the Y-intercept, so we're going to find it, okay? How do we do that? We take our rule. Y, the general one. Why is this so big? I don't want it that big, but thick, sorry. Y, better. Mx plus c. Wonderful. So now I'm going to sub in what I have. So the given point that I have here. So my x is this one in particular, that point, because I know that the line is going to go through that one, and this is the y. So the y and the x. And the gradient, I have it here, and I'm going to solve for c. So I have these three, I'm going to solve for c. Wonderful. So let's look at it. So my y is 2 is equal to -3/2 times x, which is -2, plus c. Then I have that 2 is equal to these 2 and these 2 get canceled, agree? And negative times negative will be positive. Therefore, my answer here is 3 plus c. And then I have to subtract 3 on both sides. That means that -1 is equal to c. Wonderful. I have found my y-intercept. I can write it even if I want. So now let's write. Now it says sub in m and c into your general rule. So we're going to do that here. I'm going to do a line here just to make it very organized. So then I have my general rule is y equals, what is my m? -3/2 of whom? Of x. And my c is take away 1. So that's my general rule. Wonderful. Then follow the steps on the linear graphs. Okay, so we did this one, two, and we did this one, and now we're going to follow the rules to sketch. So identifying one special cases, no. Rearrange, I don't have to. So done, done. Identify the gradient. We already have it here, but I'm going to write it. Gradient is equal to -3/2. Wonderful. Is it positive or negative? It's negative. So identify the trend. It's going to go downwards. Got it. So I have this and I have this. Good. Identify the y-intercept. The y-intercept, we have it here, is -1. And here, -1. So my y-intercept, my c, is equal to -1. And if I write it as a coordinate, it's going to be 0, -1. Wonderful. So I have done this one. Plot the y-intercept. So plot the y-intercept. 0, 1. Again, in this one, I'm going to use again that each one of my squares is a unit. 0. Oh, Miss Ochoa, what did you do? 0, -1. So -1 down here. Good, I have my -1. Good, so I have plot my point. Then it says, use your gradient to find the second point. So I'm going to use my gradient, -3/2. So we're going to use it here. Because I know that it's negative, I know that the next point is going to be down here. And if I find the other point, it's going to be down here because it's negative. That's why it's so important that you know the trend of what's going to be. So, okay, -3/2. I'm going to go -3, down 3. 1, 2, 3, and across 2. Got it. Beautiful. And now I'm going to sketch it. So hold on, I have done this one. Now sketch it with a ruler. You need a ruler to do this, okay? So hold on, insert and my graph. Good, I'm going to stretch it to the other side. Beautiful. And to this side. has to go through the 2 points as best as I can. Got it. Fantastic. There I have my rule. Have I finished? No. Label the points you use to sketch your point. So this one, what is the label of this one? So this one is 0, -1. Perfect. And this one, what is this one? We can count, or I can see what happens. So if I'm here, how many did I went downwards? 3. Agree? And how many across? 2. That means that this one is going to be 2. Agree? Because from 0 to 2, across 2, and from -3, another 3 downwards, -4. Agree? If you have chosen to go on the other side and find the other one around here, you could do it as well. So if you started with your, okay, I have done this one. I'm just going to do it with green one to show the other points. So if I have started here on 0, -1, then because I know that it's going to be in that direction, then I'm going to go upwards, but then I mean that across, I'm going to go to the negatives, okay? So to the left. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the negatives 2, 1 and 2. Good. This time it worked. What point is this one? So if I was in 0, -1, 1 point is this one is -2. And if I went upwards, 2. Surprise, surprise, is the point that they were giving us. And it works beautifully. Okay, wonderful, girls. Next video, next example.